On today's episode, I'm going to test the quality of my Davinci printer. I'm going to print this, a single print hinged box. Not two pieces snapped together, a single 3D print. When the Davinci 1.0 printer was first released, a lot of people complained that it wasn't open source. They also complained about the software that came with it. So right away, people started hacking it. They figured out how to get into the board, how to reflash it, and run different software on it. And they said, this is great. It must be the software. I didn't believe that. Well, I've since improved my Davinci just by a few minor modifications. Not modifications that changed the way it was originally designed. I just fixed a few flaws. One was a broken bearing mount in the upper corner, and I did a video on that. You can see it on my YouTube channel. I also did a video on how to improve the bed that was loose or wobbly. The point is I've been able to get my Davinci 1.0 to print perfect prints with just the stock software. The designer of this box recommends that you use a printer that is finely tuned. That means that you need a printer that can really do fine detail. Now for $500, most people wouldn't think this printer could do it. So let me show you the steps to get to this. A single print hinged box. Here's the original Thingiverse file from user Newsome. He even calls it printable in one piece. If I look at the 3D view, I can rotate it around and get a better perspective of how to print this. I can see I need to put supports underneath the hinges. This sketch gives you an idea of how this hinge works. There's just a little bit of plastic between the two, and so when you twist it, that breaks away, leaving a free hinge. The important thing is the dimensions are very, very critical. He even says in his instructions you'll need a fairly dialed in printer to do this, and if your printer calibration is way off, you won't get a good hinge mechanism. So he recommends a layer height of 0.15 and an infill of 100%. So I downloaded the file and imported it into XYZware. And then I clicked export so I could set my print options. I actually set it at 0.2 because I don't have a 0.15, and I only used 30% fill. I didn't see where 100% was really needed. I left everything else standard, but I did click on supports. And then I clicked export to create the print file. The XYZ software began slicing the object. It took about 40 seconds to do all the slicing, which wasn't too bad. From there I saved the file, and then I sent it to my Davinci 1.0 3D printer. I pulled it out of the printer and it looked good, but I needed to remove the support on the bottom. The support material is pretty easy to break away. I kind of pushed on it with my finger, but then realized using a tool to break it out of there was probably a better idea. And then I tried to flex the hinge to see if it would move, but it was still too tight. So I noticed in between the hinge pieces there were little pieces of plastic that had bonded between them during the print. So I took my X-Acto knife and kind of broke those away. I don't know if those were causing the hinge not to move, but it was worth a try. So once I finished cleaning that out, it looked pretty good. So I figured I just needed to use a little more force. So I put my thumbs on top of the hinge and pressed, and it broke free. And it moved very, very nicely. In fact, the more I moved it, the easier it got. It felt really solid. This is really a great little design, and it's got a snap feature as well. And there it was, the finished box printed on my Davinci 1.0. So there you go. There's proof. The Davinci 1.0 printer when it's set up properly, can do just about anything any other 3D printer can do, but for a lot less money. So if you're interested in printing this on your printer, I put the link to the Thingiverse files in the description below. If you like this video, check out some of my other videos. And if you like my channel, please let me know by subscribing. See you next time.